look at the mangrove and they can choose their own topic, alright, to actually create an pop-up infographic poster, alright. So maximum is actually a 6 to 10, right? 6 to 10 A2 posters, alright. So the infographic, maybe 40%, they don't have to do everything infographic, but depends on their interest. Okay. When you're done, you can. You just have to write. Is it okay? You don't have to write. Okay, are you ready? Can they start? Yes.
Morning, guest of honor and lecturers and fellow classmates. Our pop-up poster, infographic pop-up poster, is entitled Magnifying Mangroves. And it's generally placed where mangroves come from, the different kinds of species from around the world. And then we're specifying into Kuala Selangor itself.
It's basically just magnifying.
It's magnifying into the small details. So you go into Kuala Selangor, then you go into our site. Then we choose one species from our site called the Brugueria. Then you have the characteristics and the life cycle and the relationship of the Brugueria with water and soil. And then we magnify that even further, how fungi and bacteria helps with the soil process. And then what are the benefits of Brugueria to us?
So we're just going to show you what we've done, our pop-ups and all that.
Okay.
Can you explain one by one? Can you explain that?
Yeah. So for characteristics, we went to the most 5 important features to us, which is leaves, flowers, seedling, roots, trunk and roots, sorry. Yeah. So basically the leaves is just very bullet point, what are the important factors of the leaf. For example, the leaf has a waxy layer on it. It traps air. And water is stored in between the leaves. And another example is the flower. How many stamens it have?
It's basically just, the pull-out is just all the important points that we
It's
got
the
from
important factors of each single
our
category.
research and from the site visit.
As for elements, we divided into 2 segments, flora and fauna. So for flora, we have detritus, algae, mangrove tree, moss, and mangrove sapling. And for fauna, we have male fiddler crab, female fiddler crab, migratory birds, silverleaf monkey, and mudskippers. And the important facts and the fun facts about them.
Can you explain about that map?
The map is basically different mangroves all around the world. For example, we have mangrove from Florida, we have a mangrove from Brazil, and this one is Kuala Selangor. The biggest one is Kuala Selangor. When you flip it up, more information will be written there, like the
where
key
it's
facts.
from and what kind of
And what's so
water
special, what's so unique
conditions.
about that mangrove? For example, in West Africa, it's home to the manatees. Like different mangroves have different specifications and as for water and soil, for water, through our research, we realized that the roots of the tissues of the roots has tissues in them which undergo filtration, and it's a triangle. So the condition, it's a cycle.
Yeah.
So the conditions are high tide and low tide, and the factors involving it, how they filter the salt content away from them, but in more specification, more detail. And down here we have two pie charts comparing normal soil from mangrove soil. So what's the water ratio, how much more nitrogen there is and stuff like that.
Okay.
Can you explain more how it happens in your site?
Okay, well, our elements is elements from our site. We spent about a very tiring half a day on our site, and this is all the species and all that we found on the site through all research and all that. This one was online research, a lot of online research.
No, what I mean is how the tree grow in your site, as in beside the river or anything that you want to claim.
No, there is a river around it, but it's
But it was not part
it's
of
not
our
part of our 5 meter by 5 meter site. Because it was going low, uphill, then it goes down to the river.
The river is here actually, yeah.
So when it's high tide, it flows around the highland.
Can you explain a bit about, we were talking about the bacteria and fungi, how does it in a way affect the life cycle of the mangrove? How does it support? Does it support, or how does it work?
Fungi and bacteria help mangroves because they give mangroves a proper property and a benefit. For example, fungi helps with medicines in future. So fungi and mangrove help with medicines. They combine to make a benefit for us humans.
Is that included in the benefits of your mangrove that you were explaining? Yeah.
Next. I'm interested in knowing why did you choose mangroves out of all the elements? Why mangroves?
We chose mangroves because we thought that because mangroves were the most in our site. There were many mangroves we had small saplings to big trees. And to see the life cycle of the tree really interests us. As well as, and when we research into it, we realize that it's not only looks, that's actually more into it. Like the small features, like the waxy layer on the leaf, or the pointed lobes of the flower, it's all the detail.
For my comment, I feel like your poster and everything is incredible. Like you have a lot of information and everything. But as an advice, since you already have it all sorted out, your presentation needs to be as sorted out as your poster. Because I feel that the way you're telling us is very jumpy, and we have to kind of ask a lot of questions for you to be explained more. Because it's very interesting because you have it all, popped up like this. Maybe you can tell in each place what is the highlight for each city, and then what is the highlight for flora and fauna and all that. Because it's incredible what we just did, But yeah, a little bit more on the presentation. The rest I think is already good. Yeah.
I have to agree with that. Your poster is amazing. I like your infographic elements. You definitely have a lot of pop-ups and stuff I can pull out. That map is very interesting. It was the first thing that I saw, and the way you connected all your boards with that background of the tree was good. The thing is, when you started your presentation, I would have liked to be introduced to your topic first and why you chose mangroves. Yeah, you just went into the information. I would have been sort of told through the timeline of the entire process. Yeah, and maybe a bit on the bottom would have been nice if you had some hand sketches or some drawings. A bit, yeah, you know, it's a lot of infographic stuff on the top half of your font as well. The bottom parts with the circles, it would be nice if it was also there. Otherwise, your layout and everything is good.
I don't like the font.
Yeah, we had an argument about this.
Yes,
Very,
why
very
don't you
long
have an argument and then sort it out? I don't like the font, okay? You can have two. You know, your magnifying mangrove font is nice, okay? But then you should have to use the same thing, okay? Is this like New Times Roman or something?
That's what I chose.
Huh? It looks like what? Yeah, okay. So, I think, anything else, Alvin?
Yeah, I'm very precise with the font things and the size. Sometimes the size is, you know,
Like the hierarchy of the font.
yeah, means something. Then, and also the color of the font, and also, I don't think the color, the green things will like synchronize with your background. As in, it is popped out, but then it's not the same tone. You get what I mean? Yeah.
I like the green.
So, well, the thing is that we did a lot of research on colors for infographic posters, and we actually found out that a lot of the failed ones are the ones that are in the same color tone because
it doesn't
we
pop
were gonna
out.
do like blue hues and you know just like maybe grays here and there, but
I'm okay with the greens.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with green.
Alright, so the only thing is the font, and then there's certain things like at the bottom here where there's so many words, right? What's the quality, which I think is better off with the diagram, you know, an image, okay? So that part is actually lacking, alright? The others, the flora and fauna, is actually the important part, but the way that you actually put it, it looks like it's not that important. The way that you have the pictures, you know, it's not like that popping up, you know, without the framing. For example, compared to the one on the map. You realize that?
Maybe you pop up the photograph rather than the information.
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe your pie chart could have been colored as well.
Yeah. And you were saying just now, I heard that you said what was interesting, you have like the leaf or wax and things like that, right? So where is that?
Yeah, but it should be information. Maybe like some sketches.
Yeah, that one is actually not in that like a paragraph. That's the most important thing. What's interesting, like you know, the waxy part. So it's not showing.
Yeah, same thing with your fungi and bacteria. You said it's really important for the mangrove, but it looks slightly disconnected from it. I don't see it sort of like, synchronized with the other information.
All right. Okay. Anything else, Miss Ifa?
everything was covered already.
Okay. All right.
So it's
Anything else?
Group photo?
A group photo. Okay. You can do it. Your group photo, your friends. And then anyone's missing? Anyone missing?
Nobody clicked the poster. Okay, poster is the main highlight. So much more.
Okay, you standing.
Okay.
Can go here.
Okay, this.
What's like this?
Yeah, you need to stand or
Just stand. You don't have to squat. Yeah. Okay.